drugs coming into our country are way down. People are saying, no thanks. I don't think I want to ride in that boat today, please.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio on Capitol Hill today briefing lawmakers about those very drug boats the president was talking about.
Those strikes have killed at least 66 accused drug smugglers since they began just months ago. This sending, of course, a significant warning to the cartels, FAFO.
Or FAFO.
For more, let's bring in House Intelligence Committee Chairman, Congressman Rick Crawford. Congressman, it is good to see you. Welcome to the program. Tell us about, to the extent that you can, what you learned today in this briefing. Are you satisfied with the level of intelligence that was shared about what these boats are and that they're in fact drug boats?
Yeah, I think we got that actually last week. I think today was mostly about making sure that everyone was comfortable with the legal authority. And so we got that in really in some great depth. And I'm fully satisfied that the president is acting appropriately under his Article 2 authority. So here's the good news. I mean, if you want to be a boat driver, you're probably making a big mistake. This is the president's not playing around, and I think it's going to be harder and harder for the cartels to actually execute their missions to get those boat drivers out there and transit the Caribbean and even over in the Eastern Pacific. It's going to be much, much more difficult for them to recruit.
Congressman, is anyone in your party not comfortable with the authority? I don't mean you name names, but was everybody satisfied with what they heard?
I came out of there with the sort of the understanding that the way I would characterize it was that there was no dissension, at least on our side. I wouldn't attempt to characterize what the Democrats believe, because that could change from one day to the next. But I will say I didn't sense any kind of apprehension on the side of the Republicans as far as the Article 2 authority as it was explained to us today.
Mr. Chairman, I want to show the audience some new polling. This is from Gallup. It shows 45% of Americans say the U.S. government is making much or some progress against the drugs that have been pouring into the country. It's been a problem for a long time. That number is a huge increase, as you can see, from past years. Some of it is probably this more muscular approach against the cartels. Some of it has to be getting the border finally under control. But tell us about what you think that number means, because it seems significant.
Well, honestly, okay, you can gauge the level of the amount of trafficking directly related to closing of the border. Yes, you can attribute that to the fact that we have a much more secure border. But think about our neighbors in the hemisphere, and they're dealing with this as well. I mean, look at, like, for example, Trinidad and Tobago is one of those areas in the CARICOM that has been really plagued by this, and they're saying, look, we don't want traffickers in our country, in our waters. We're gonna partner with. They've been very forward-leaning with the United States as a partner in this effort, and we're starting to see that build across the CARICOM, because this is detrimental to those communities in the CARICOM throughout the Caribbean basin. And so what we're seeing is a greater partnership, and as the president demonstrates a greater presence in the region, that not only sends a signal to our neighbors that we're serious about protecting and securing our neighborhood, but it also sends a strong message to countries like China, Russia, and Iran. Don't mess around with us. This is as much of a show of force for those nation states that might be tempted to play around in the Western Hemisphere, that there's a new sheriff in town. We're taking our hemispheric security seriously, and the president is acting on that. And first and foremost, it has to do with shutting down these cartel channels.
Amen to that, Congressman. Congressman Rick Crawford, great to see you, sir. Please come back soon.
Okay, thank you.